What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Hopefully you can hear me over the fan. It's just too freaking hot in this room, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been pretty loud when I hold this pretty close. So yes, and yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I just took a shower and gave myself a shave, and now I have some like razor burns. I don't know, I guess I'm just too sensitive. But to start off with some USC football news, Michael Pittman Jr., the wide receiver, I was telling you all that he was going to get selected high, and he was the number 34th pick, so like 2 or 3 picks into that second round. He got picked up by the Indianapolis Colts, which is awesome. It's going to a great situation, other than having to be Phillip Rivers' receiver, but that team does have a lot of talent, whether Rivers is going to be there for the next couple years or they get somebody else. So should be very interesting, and definitely looking forward to him in that type of offense. Then other USC football player, John Houston Jr., the linebacker, who I've been up and down on as well, but he was undrafted, so he did sign a entry-level contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So congrats to him. Hopefully he can do stuff. I know 2 other players for USC still have not been signed to anything, so we'll wait and see where they go in the future, but hopefully they can get a chance or an opportunity somewhere. And as of May 1st, the NBA has kind of made the decision to open up a practice facility for players, depending how your in-state stay-at-home orders are, how lenient they are. Because I know some places are opening up, like I'm pretty sure Florida's already opened up, but maybe Georgia, but a lot of places like LA, they're still kind of stuck for another couple weeks, like until May 15th. So if it doesn't happen by then for LA County or California, then how does that kind of affect the Lakers and even the Clippers as well going forward if they're not able to practice with one another and the rest of the NBA is? So that's kind of unfair. Maybe the NBA should just wait for everybody when everybody's available to do it, but I don't know. You never know how that's going to work. Maybe they don't want the Lakers or Clippers to win. But the Chargers themselves did sign 19 undrafted free agents. A lot of guys that, once again, I'm not really that happy about, because I either don't know where they are or they were on a good team, but I never heard of them even on that team, and so they're like way low on the depth chart and graduated. But yeah, it's just the Chargers always trying to find diamonds in the rough and not going for the well-known schools, and when they do, they kind of pluck at the wrong schools, in my opinion. Especially this weird run on Notre Dame players. It's like, I don't know if they're not doing their homework or they're just being lazy and just trying to get from one team, and they're choosing the wrong team, because that Notre Dame team has not been in the Final Four a lot lately. But try to give some love to any of these guys who might make the team. So at a defensive tackle position, we have Braden Fehoko. I believe that's how you say it, and he was from LSU. So once again, he won the national championship, but I never really heard of this guy at that position, so we'll see how he does. Then Cole Christensen, a linebacker from Army. Army's been a pretty solid team the past couple years. I just don't know how his thing is going to go, because usually when they graduate from that academy, they usually have to do 2 years of service, and then those players will be in the NFL, but we'll see how that goes. He seemed like a pretty talented player. Then he also went after Joe Graziano. He is a defensive end from Northwestern, and he seemed like he was pretty highly regarded, and a lot of teams sought after him. So maybe it's good that the Chargers got him as an undrafted free agent. So we'll see what he can do. Then Nate Gilman, a guard from Wake Forest. He got a guard from a team that's been okay as of late. They're starting to build up their system out there, but once again, that guy that probably nobody ever wanted, but we'll see what he can do. Then a tight end from Fresno State, Jared Rice. I didn't see much highlights yet. I haven't watched highlights on these guys. I've just been trying to even find highlights on most of these guys. It's hard, but yeah, Jared Rice, he did have a lot of accomplishments in that his conference. He was like the #1 tight end in there and broke records at Fresno State as well for that tight end position. So I'm happy to see that. Hopefully he'll be able to make the team, because the Chargers need an extra tight end. Then Dalton Scone, the wide receiver from Kansas State, once again had a lot of highlights and looked pretty talented for his position. So we'll see what he can do. Maybe be a fourth or fifth option at wide receiver. Then Asmar Bilal, he's a linebacker from Notre Dame. Once again, they're trying to pick out these guys from Notre Dame and at the linebacker position as well, so we'll see what he can do. Then Darius Bradwell, he is a running back from Tulane. Tulane has some talented players, but they never really get that much guys into the NFL, so, and Chargers need depth at running back anyways, just in case, so we'll see. Then John Branham, he's a cornerback from Western Carolina. Didn't really see much on him, so we'll just have to wait and see if he even makes the team. Then Jeff Cotton, a wide receiver from Idaho. Idaho has never really been the top schools and have many guys get drafted or do well in the NFL, so I know he had some records there also. Maybe that's why they liked him, but I just still don't see it. Then Joshua Dunlop, he's a guard from, it says Texas San Antonio. I don't know if that's UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio, so it might be there, but once again, no highlights on him, so who knows how good he's going to be. Then Romeo Finley, a linebacker from Miami, University of Miami. I mean, he came from a really well-known school, but there really wasn't much stuff and highlights to watch on him. And he's been like all over in different positions as well. So once again, who knows? Then Bobby Holly, he's a fullback from Louisiana Tech. Chargers need fullback. They don't have one right now, so they had to sign at least one guy. Then Jesse Lemonier, he's a defensive end from Liberty. Once again, a Liberty who just barely became a Division I, so they don't really have that many talented guys. So we'll see what this guy can do. Then Kevin McGill, he is a cornerback from Eastern Michigan. He's been known him sometimes, but he hasn't really stood out, so we'll see what he can do. And then they did sign another fullback in Gabe Nabbers from Florida State University, better known school, so hopefully we'll see what he can do. He does look a bit light, so I don't know if he could really play that fullback position. Then we also have another Florida State player in a tackle, Ryan Roberts. He did transfer there, so we'll see what other problems he had as well. Then TJ Smith, a defensive tackle from Arkansas, who there is another defensive tackle that was drafted high from Arkansas in the draft, so we'll see what this guy can do. He was a captain, so hopefully he can bring that leadership and get a position there. And then the very last player, Dante Vaughn, he's a cornerback from Notre Dame. Yes, like I said, another Notre Dame player. I don't know what it is about the Chargers and having a love fest with Notre Dame. Should be definitely going after guys from like Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, USC, guys from top programs. I think they have more talent, in my opinion. That's why Notre Dame always falls off, but we'll see how this goes. Hopefully more news comes up, and definitely looking forward to the next any type of live sports thing that's coming out. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day.